Hey guys, welcome back to Moments of Love. Dave and Wemi here, and we're fresh off our honeymoon. We came back and, we've settled in a little bit, which has been, that's been one thing. We'll save that for another now. But what we wanted to do was we actually wanted to kind of go back, relive our travels, and just share our experiences in terms of like a review in order to
give you travel tips.
Help you guys just in case you want to go. So today we're going to talk about Sint Maarten and
Sint Maarten.
Yeah, we don't know which one's which, but French
I like
side.
saying Sint Maarten. It just sounds better.
Yeah,
Sint Maarten.
even though we think that's the French side and we like the Dutch side. So, but just a quick little overview before I pass it off to Wemi. So just sit tight, my dear. I'm sorry.
I'm sitting tight.
So the island is a fairly small island. Actually, I don't know the population. I know that's okay. I'm going to say about 60,000. That sounds about right.
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm just going to guess. So Wemi will look that up. It's a circular island, very small. It's also the island with the airport is right on the beach, and you can kind of get close. And but basically, it's mountainous. Actually, you just go out toss that out. It was very interesting to see that. And but everything's basically built on the outside of the island. There are obviously some little villages and stuff on the inside, but and there's a couple main hubs of cities that exists in Sint Maarten and Sint Maarten. So that's just a little bit of an overview. Do you have the population?
I'm almost there, babe.
I thought you had it. That's the overview. We stayed at the Princess Heights.
Princess Heights.
Condo.
Luxury condos.
Luxury condos, okay.
No, luxury boutique condos or something like that is the name.
And
sure, if you Google it, it'll come up.
Yeah, so Princess Heights, Sint Maarten. And we loved it. We thought it was an amazing find. We actually were going to stay at the Westin, which was right next door, and it's a resort. It's also the Don Beach Health Club or something, and the Westin Resort. And we're going to stay at the Westin Resort, but Princess Heights was literally across the road and a lot cheaper and big and gorgeous and beautiful.
They had like a promotion going on of getting a free rental car for the duration of your stay, so we're just like, why not?
Why not? So so that's just a bit of an overview. So
population is 74,000.
Huh, not a bad guess.
Yeah,
all right,
pretty good.
So anyway, let's start with the hotel. What did you think?
Should we start with the hotel? No, let's work through our trip. Let's work through our trip.
Okay, sure.
We landed at the airport.
Okay.
So that was different for us actually when we landed there because we did land and exit on the tarmac. Bus came, picked us up, dropped us into the airport, and checked in. Customs were friendly, simple, easy. Yeah. Didn't take long at all.
Normal baggage claim, nothing.
Baggage claim was the same. They have one carousel at the airport.
Yeah, it's a small airport, but that's expected.
Yeah. Walked out, looked for a rental car company. They came, picked us up in their shuttle, took us over to the rental car place. We picked up our car, and that begins our first experience with driving on an island.
Sure.
So they drove the entire time, so I'll let them talk about that.
Yeah, so, I was a little nervous driving in a foreign country. Like, obviously I can drive in Canada, and I drive in the States, just, we drive because we're so close. That's no big deal. But
and a smaller car, too.
Yeah, going down to an island, I was in a little Hyundai i10, tiny car. And so it was a little bit different, but to be honest, it wasn't like when we went to the Bahamas. They were like just bumper to bumper and but still going like 80.
Drivers,
These guys were more aggressive than North American driving, but not scary.
Yeah, they were friendly aggressive. Yeah. I don't know if that's a thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So you did have to, if you were pulling out of a parking space, or you had to do it.
No one was gonna be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
No one was gonna do that. That's just what they do.
Yeah. So I would definitely recommend getting a car though. Definitely came in handy.
Directions were easy. I can't read a map really well. I can do you guys go watch our videos. You'll see me trying to struggle with the maps.
Yeah.
But it was really easy to get from point A to point B because they had 3 or 4 main roads and just stick to that and you'll be good.
As I said, it's a circular island, and so it's basically you stay on the outside and then you might dodge off just to go to a specific beach or something. So it's very easy to navigate. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we get to our hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want me to?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So my experience, I guess our experience to get into the hotel was, it was interesting because we pulled in, went to the front desk, and kind of went through the basic paperwork of signing in and whatever. And the guy was like, okay, do you guys want to meet me? Because he's like, we have a back parking lot that's secured. Here's your key fob to get into the parking lot and whatever. So like, okay, cool. And so he's like, do you guys want me to take you up there, or would you like to meet me there? Or I can meet you guys there, whatever. And we're like, our car's kind of full, so we'll meet you there. Dave said we'll meet you there. And I was like, nah, we'll take him. Let's just come with us. Thinking that we're literally just driving down the driveway to drive up like a parking garage or something. So we clear our car, make things work. He gets in the car with us, and we had to drive up, what was it?
Like, just... Yeah, it was an adventure.
Crazy drive. So anyways, we drove up, whatever, and got to about like a 4-minute drive.
Yeah.
It was pretty much just going around a big circle because, as we said, it is very mountainous. So the reception is the bottom level, but our actual hotel was at the top of the mountain, which is just, the same place, but you can't just go straight up. You kind of have to drive back and go up the slope.
Yeah.
So we did that, got to our hotel, and I was amazed. The view was gorgeous. You guys can check that in the video as well. The rooms were, was very, very large. The living room was large, clean, great kitchen, great bathroom. There was one night where I did see bugs, but, they weren't like dirty bugs, or just, you're on an island, so they're going to be some kind of bugs. So there was just that.
Yep.
But other than that, it was a really, really, really great place to stay. They had free Wi-Fi, and they gave us, bottle of water, bottles of Coke.
And two cans of Coke and 2 bottles of Heineken.
Yeah. So that was really lovely and for free. So that was nice. And they had utensils and everything there. So great hotel if you're interested in going there. It's probably, in my opinion, it's a lot better than the Westin, because you can just walk for the Westin, use whatever you want to use there, and you get so much more space at this hotel for a lot less.
Yeah. Now, granted that this isn't a hotel, it's a condo. Yeah. So, there
are no hotel perks.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, obviously, there was still cleaning staff every day and all that. But we had the use of a full kitchen, and we used it, kind of thing.
Yeah. So, like, front desk would close at 10, and there's no one there after 10 o'clock.
Right,
it's you in the space.
But that was okay for us.
Yeah.
In terms of just a little asterisk on walking to the Westin, so as we said, it is very mountainous. Like, we walked a couple of times, but it is it's a trek just because you're going up and down. So,
it was about going
so far down.
8 or 9 floors down, and you have to use the stairs.
Right.
So it's just, keep that in mind.
So we drove, even though it was probably only a couple hundred meters, but it was...
Going down those stairs took a toll on me.
Yeah, and coming back up was much worse. So that was interesting, but definitely worthwhile. So another big part of the trip was, obviously, and being in Sint Maarten, was exploring the beaches, exploring what Sint Maarten had to offer in terms of the beaches. I love the beach. Wemi's an okay fan, but anyway, we basically spent our time spent a little bit of time beach hopping to kind of get the whole feel of the beach situation down there. Yeah. They have 34 beaches, so a lot of variety. We made it to about 6 of them, I'd say.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we might have made it to more. Yeah, well, we didn't stay very long. So, but basically, we were on our beach, which was Don Bay. I think it was the Don Bay. Yeah. Anyway, it was a nice beach, but the problem with it was a lot of seaweed. So it was nice in the terms of crashing waves and playful crashing waves, like not like scary or anything like that. But there was a lot of seaweed. The seafloor was nice, but again, seaweed. So do you want to?
I was just going to put a disclaimer out there. So it's not a knock on Sint Maarten or anything. I did Google it, and apparently for about I think 2 years now or so, they've been having a seaweed problem. So seaweed is just washing up on the islands. Yeah. So I'm sure, like, if I would went there a couple of years ago, it would have probably been beautiful and gorgeous with no seaweed. But during the time we went, there was a lot of seaweed everywhere.
Very true. And so then we went to another beach in Philipsburg. So this is kind of the main dock city. This is their capital, but it's a dock city for a lot of the cruise ships. And so that beach was great. It had a lot of shops and stuff, so right kind of on the beach and like restaurants and stuff. But the beach itself was kind of fake. It was like it wasn't really a swimming beach. It was a lounging beach. The sand was clearly just man-made.
Like hard sand.
Yeah. So it was nice, but it was too fake for us. We didn't like that. And we didn't want to just lay on the beach. Wemi wants to lay there, and I want to play. So.
I want to get in the water. Yeah. So it was seaweed.
Exactly, and it wasn't. And that one there wasn't seaweed, but it was.
It was
it
was
a
weird. Yeah.
It was man-made. So
if you do go to the Philipsburg beach, just be aware that it's probably more laying down, relaxing, and walking down the boardwalk. They have a great boardwalk, lots of shops to look at for shopping, but you probably won't be getting the most fun swimming.
Then we continued on. We went to a beach over by the airport. I don't know the name of this beach actually, but Simpson Bay. Yeah, totally, Simpson Bay. And so it was actually very beautiful looking. I don't think there was that much seaweed, if any, actually. No. Yeah, so it was looking really good. We got excited. We started walking. As we walked down, there's just broken bottles, broken glass. It was kind of like, it felt like there was like a party beach area somewhere.
Well, it is a party area because that's where the planes take off. So, you guys see our vlogs. So because of that, people do come there a lot. There are bars there.
Yeah.
So
I just meant I didn't see any like any places where people were staying, but I wasn't really looking for that either.
Yeah.
But, so we didn't stay there very long because it was just you feel uncomfortable cutting your foot or whatever.
Yeah.
So we carried on. That was when we went to Kupukoi.
Yep.
So. No, the one before that. The one we actually stayed
at. I don't know
that one, Mullet Bay.
Mullet Bay,
So Mullet Bay we went to. This was, again, close to the airport, but a little bit, you needed a car to get there, basically, which is where we benefited from. So it was great. It actually was probably the cleanest beach.
One we went to there.
It was beautiful sand, beautiful water, calm.
Few rocks.
Very calm. And rocks, but smooth rocks, the good kind of like rounded, but very calm and not a playful beach, but a beautiful one to lounge on.
Yeah.
Then we went up to Kupukoi. It was like a secluded one, trying to kind of get into, and basically if just kind of give you orientation on this. We're basically traveling clockwise around the island, if you have a map handy. And so Kupukoi, it was hard to get to, and so we didn't actually go to that beach. We just kind of drove in. We're like, nah, we're not doing this.
Dave walked in and went to go see, and
we continued around the rest of the island. It kind of got lame for a while.
Yeah.
We got up to Marigot near the ferry. It had a beach right before the pier.
Yep.
But it was a pier, and again a pier, and at that time it was raining, so we didn't give it a chance. But this is also now on the French side, and we'll
get to that.
Yeah, we didn't like that. We continued on, and our final beach was the Orient Bay, and this is probably one of their biggest beaches and
most popular.
A lot of what I would expect to be on a beach.
Yeah,
kind of
people
like
offering massages.
Yeah.
People selling things. Just it was very.
And the boardwalk wasn't really or the stuff wasn't really a boardwalk. It was kind of it was out. Yeah, so it wasn't like crowding the beach, which was nice. So it was kind of open. The only problem with it was the seaweed.
Like heaps and heaps of seaweed.
Yeah. But it did have a very nice clean floor and all that. But that was a bit of a downside. But on the south tip of it is Club Orient, and it's a nudist beach. So,
did you guys hear me?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Not everybody's gonna go there.
Yeah, if you would like to indulge in that, feel free to go there.
You're more than welcome.
It is on a nudist resort, so you will have to walk through the resort to get to the beach. Yep. But just keep that in mind.
No cameras are allowed, so. I'm not saying we went there. I'm not saying we went there.
We were just doing research for you guys.
Yeah, that's it. So, anyway, those were the beaches. A lot of variety.
Yeah,
but
and that beach was actually nice.
It was the same problem, though. It did have a bit of seaweed.
But it wasn't as bad, though.
No, and I think it was just kind of on the little hook or whatever. But it was actually probably kind of almost like every kind of beach they had it. But some we liked, some we didn't.
Yep. So going over to food and shopping. So with food, what I was personally love-hate relationship with Sint Maarten's food. Loved the plantain. It's to die for. Absolutely to die for. If you go there, you must have some plantain.
Let it cool down. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. So that was great. The hate side of things for me was they would call a lot of things spicy. It wasn't. Yeah. The spiciest item I had there was a spicy burger at Burger King. So that should tell you.
The spicy chicken sandwich is spicier than
it was spicier
by far.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even close.
Yeah, by like the local food. Like I had jerk chicken, I had it with like jerk sauce.
Spicy shrimp.
I had spicy shrimp. Like I had a lot of spicy meals and none of them were actually spicy at all. So that was a big disappointment to me, and I think that's probably because they're trying to cater to the tourist side of things, but I just wanted some local food. We had Johnny Cake. Johnny Cake was good.
Yeah.
You gotta get it fried though. Don't get the baked. Or you gotta get it fried. If you're gonna do it, do the real thing.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was really just a piece of bread, but it was good.
Yeah, it wasn't bread really. It was just
dough.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
So yeah, we had some Johnny cake. That was good. And I think overall, my recommendation for food would be, don't eat at the like resort places if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Try to go to where there are either a lot of restaurants or in town. Again, and be careful. Don't just go to any side street and eat some food, because if you are traveling, your body might not be used to the way people cook food there. So try to stick to touristy foods, but don't go to the 5-star restaurant every day. You don't need to.
Yeah.
So that, I think, covers my advice on food when it comes to there. Buy some bottles of water when you go grocery shopping for yourself. Buy your drinks there. Buy your bottle of beers and wines there and drink it at your hotel.
Yeah.
And then with shopping. So, shopping we try to do on both the French side and the Dutch side. The French side shopping, my apologies to anyone out there who's on the French side. I hated it. Keeping it real, guys.
Yep.
Didn't like it at all. I found people were not very receptive to just, I don't know, tourist shopping, which tourist shopping to me involves haggling every now and then because people inflate things for tourists. So I always try to be like, okay, how about just give me $2 off because I know you can. They weren't very receptive to that. I didn't like that. And apart from that, things were just expensive. They were really expensive in the French side versus the Dutch side. Like, we'd look at a shirt, and on the Dutch side, how much did you buy the shirts for? They're like, we got like a sweater there for $20. Go to the French side, they'll sell you a t-shirt for $20. It's just like, come on, guys.
One of the things that I noticed on the French side is they have prices in euros, and so
Yeah.
basically they'll say 20 euros for a t-shirt, and so we're just like, what? Like, that's outrageous, because that's like, $30.
Yeah.
And but then they'll be like, but we'll give it to you for $20.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it's like, so they're making you feel like you're getting a discount, but then
they're-
you're still like, that's $20 for a t-shirt.
Yeah. So, I didn't like shopping on the French side. We did it once, and I was like, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
We shopped on the Dutch side a couple of times, and again, so the same thing. If you are shopping in a tourist area, be aware that a lot of prices are inflated because you're a tourist.
That's just general travel.
Yeah,
tip.
that's just a general travel tip. If you can haggle, go for it. If you can't, be prepared. And I think that kind of covers that. You probably find a lot more shops and a lot more variety on the Dutch side in Philipsburg versus the French side because they do cater to the people coming up the cruise ships. They have a lot of shops, like strip areas of shopping just for that.
Yeah.
And I think that covers both, and we have one more to talk about.
So the last thing is just about, in general, prices. This is just kind of overall thing. So in terms of our hotel and stuff, like I think those are comparable to other things, but when you get into local goods, it's interesting. So something like renting a car, super cheap.
Oh yeah.
$20 a day. So we got it from the hotel for free, but then we found out it was only $20. No, this is for a small car, but and then
you don't need a big car. There's just 2 or 3 of you.
Yeah, and then there's insurance and stuff, but that's only adds up $8 or $10 a day.
Yeah.
So it was very cheap for renting a car. Groceries, I thought was actually fairly decent. We thought they were super expensive, but that's because there's the NAF currency, which is the Dutch currency for Sint Maarten, but they also accept American dollars, and I think prices are fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
Like I think I got a 6-pack of beer for like $4, which to Canadians that's awesome.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Like for us Canadians, those are great prices. It might not be great for Americans because you guys probably get like 6-pack of beer for $2. I don't know, but we don't. So
Yeah, and like water and cereal, and like we just bought regular groceries, which were fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like I think we spent about $50 in groceries for a 4 or 5 day thing, a 4-day thing, which was great. So in terms of pricing, there wasn't much shock, which was nice. It's always nice to go to an island like that and see that. So
if you have one person going to Sint Maarten for 5 days, that's an average vacation, right?
Okay.
What would you recommend for each person to bring?
Like just cash kind
Just
of thing.
cash.
So we're assuming the hotel's
I'm
done.
spending money.
So if you need a car, like obviously are we including that?
I think that's like
That's
when you've got
already
a car,
done,
you
yeah.
kind of already
Yeah,
do that.
sure. So
just
spending money. So food.
gas.
So, if you do it like us, like the way we did it, we we ate out a little bit, but we cooked a little bit.
We ate breakfast at home every day.
We always ate breakfast at home. Lunch was 50-50, and then most suppers we ate out. And I'd say like we didn't need a lot. Like it wasn't crazy. Like I'd say we could get away with easily like $50 a day. Kind of did
for a person.
I would say even for both, just in terms of food.
Okay.
And then there's obviously the spending money after that. So it's like if you're out and you want like a t-shirt or
Souvenirs,
sweater or
yeah.
things like that. Like those could potentially be like, you know, $100 for the trip if you're really into those. If you just want a trinket or two, yeah. $10-20 and you can get something to bring home. So I think that works. Like all the beaches were free.
Yep.
Like you did have to rent the beach chairs if you wanted, but bring a towel. We got towels from our hotel that you could bring to the beaches and stuff. So we didn't need anything there. It was just whether we wanted to go out for drinks and stuff. But yeah, I think that would be a reasonable budget. 50 to $100, yeah,
a day.
Yeah, I think we'd do it.
Okay.
So that's our review of Sint Maarten and Sint Maarten. We had a great time. I think we would definitely recommend it. One little, you know what? I'm gonna throw this in there. Wemi doesn't know this is coming. If you're gonna go in the next year and you reference us, we get a free night if you stay at the Princess Heights, and we would recommend it. Honestly, even if you don't use us, like we would definitely recommend it. It was awesome.
Yeah,
and it was definitely
good
our kind of travel.
service, good internet. I like Wi-Fi when I go on vacation. So.
But get a car, regardless where you stay. Get a car. You don't want to be locked on the resort, so get a car.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. So we will see you in our next travel video for
Anguilla.
Bye.